Assalamu alaikum. Today we will discuss about rabies virus. So basically, what is the rabies virus? Rabies is a viral disease that cause acute encephalitis in warm-blooded animals such as dogs, wild cats and wolves. So what is the encephalitis? It is an inflammation of brain. Rabies is basically a zoonotic disease. This means this is a disease that is transmitted to humans through animals. This disease is basically caused by virus, but it transmitted from animals to humans. So it is called as zoonotic disease. These are few animals that are shown in this picture: wolves, dogs and bats. These are the host and the reservoir of this viral infection. These animals are the main reservoir which transmit this disease to the human. So this is a zoonotic disease. Basically, rabies is a rhabdovirus. It is a single-stranded RNA. It is a single-stranded RNA encoded with a bullet-shaped capsid surrounded by lipoprotein envelope. Virion contains RNA-dependent RNA polymerase. The virus enters the victim via exposure to saliva of an infected animal. The virus only infects mammals, which include human. Okay. As I have already told you, this virus is a bullet shaped. As you can see the structure of the virus, it is a single-stranded RNA virus. It has L protein, P protein, N protein, M protein, G protein, and it contains envelope. Its shape is bullet shape. How it is transmitted? It is transmitted through the bite of rabid animals such as dogs, bats, fox, etc. Exposure to the aerosols of secretion or droppings containing rabies virus. Means if a person is exposed to aerosol, means if aerosols are little small particles when we sneeze or cough, these are the aerosols. Or it could be present in droppings of animals. Transmission in transplants of corneas taken from the patient who died of undiagnosed rabies. So it is also considered that maybe in case of transplanted corneas and the patient may have died of rabies, undiagnosed rabies, it can also be transmitted through the transplant of corneas. Virus transmitted by infected saliva through the bite of or wound. Basically, rabies cause encephalitis. That means it causes the inflammation of brain. As you all know, what is the incubation period? Incubation period is the presence of infection to the development of signs and symptoms. That is the incubation period, in which patient doesn't feel any clinical features, but he is already infected with the infection. So that period is incubation period. It is highly variable in men. Commonly it is 3 to 8 weeks following exposure. The closer the bite to the brain, the shorter the incubation, because its main purpose is to cause encephalitis. So it means that if the bite is closer to the brain, the shorter the incubation. If the bite is present on foot, the incubation period will be long. Okay, because it takes time to travel to the brain. And if the bite is present on your arm, the incubation period will be low. Fine, because it takes shorter time to travel to the brain. So rabies virus basically travels 1 centimeter per day. Now we will talk about its pathogenesis of rabies virus. Basically, viral inoculation start when the dog or bite or any rabid animal bite to human being. Virus then replicate in the muscle cells. After this, virus will bind to nicotinic acetylcholine receptors and neuromuscular junction. Virus will travel within the axons in peripheral nerve through the axonal transport. Then replication of the virus will take place in the motor neurons of the spinal cord, and ganglia travels to brain. Infection of the brain leading to fetal inflammation. It causes the encephalitis, that is the inflammation of the brain that caused by the rabies virus. Virus enters salivary glands and other organ of the victim. As you can see in this picture, virus has enters through the tissues from saliva of biting animal. Virus replicates in the muscles near bite and enter neurons of the peripheral nervous system. Virus moves up peripheral nervous system to the CNS. Then virus ascends to the spinal cord. Virus reaches the brain and causes fetal encephalitis, and then virus will enter the salivary glands and other organs of the victim. So this is the main pathogenesis of rabies virus, how it is transmitted and how it travels throughout your body. First of all, it will enter through the bite of infected animal. Then it will replicate in the muscles. From the muscles it will move to the peripheral nervous system, and from the peripheral nervous system it will move to the central nervous system. There in central nervous system, virus will reach in the brain and cause fetal encephalitis. From there the virus will enter in the salivary glands and other organs of victim. Now we will talk about its clinical features. This virus cause fever, anorexia. These are some prodromal features. Okay, prodromal signs and symptoms. Paresthesia means there will be the sensation, change in sensation at the bite site, or it can show two sort of symptoms after all this. After prodrome, rabies manifests as either in two forms. It can be occur in furious form, or it can be occur as dumb rabies. Okay, what is the furious form? Furious form in which the brain inflammation will occur. Okay, patient will feel agitation, mean patient will feel anger. Patient can feel delirium. Delirium is an abrupt change in the brain that cause mental confusion and emotional disturbance. It makes difficult for the patient to remember, to think, and sleep and pay attention and all of these things. So delirium basically is an abrupt change in patient mental status, or you can say abrupt change in patient mood is delirium. Okay, so we are talking about the furious manifestation of rabies virus. In furious manifestation, patient will feel agitation, delirium, seizures, means patient may have experienced some fits, and patient will have hydrophobia. Hydrophobia means fear of water. It is a most common symptom. Whereas in dumb form, I have not separate these two clinical features over here, but I am telling you that in dumb form, patient will feel what will be, there will be the ascending paralysis of spinal cord. Okay, but in your books, you can clearly appreciate that they have mentioned the furious and dumb symptoms separately. Okay, so you should know what are the furious symptoms and what are the dumb symptoms caused by rabies virus. Next, talk about the lab diagnosis. First of all, what we will do? Specimen collection. Specimen collection will depend on the site of infection or the symptoms that will appear. So it could be saliva, spinal fluid, brain tissues. Okay, in lab diagnosis, PCR assay is very important. Okay, fluorescent antibody test to the rabies virus, and there will be histologic staining of Negri bodies. Basically, Negri bodies are eosinophilic, sharply outlined inclusion bodies that are basically found in the cytoplasm of certain nerve cells. It is the main feature of rabies virus that in rabies virus we will see the negri bodies. Okay, this basically occurs because of the, as in encephalitis, in inflammation of the brain, there will be death of neurons occur and demyelination of neurons occur. So infected neurons will contain eosinophilic cytoplasmic inclusions, which are called as negri bodies, which is very important lab diagnosis of rabies virus. Okay, so we will do the histological staining of negri bodies that can be demonstrated in corneal scraping and in autopsy specimen of brain. In this slide I will give you the overview of what we have already done in all the slides so far. Okay, basically what is rabies? Rabies is a virus that attacks the nervous system and is fatal once its symptoms developed. It is passed to humans through the bites and scratches from infected animals. Okay, this is the definition of the rabies virus. How rabies virus travel? It spread through the infected animal saliva. Occurs mainly in raccoons, foxes, bats, skunks, and who can infect domestic cats, dogs, and livestock. Incubation period in human is about 2 months. Treatment. Incubation period, you should know the incubation period depend on the site of infection. If it is nearer to the brain, the incubation period will be low. Okay, short, the incubation period will be short. If it is away from the brain, the incubation period will be prolonged. So what is the treatment? If animal tests positive for the virus, or if animal cannot be tested, person will be given vaccine to prevent rabies from developing. Okay, if needed, vaccine should be given soon after exposure. So what is the prevention of this rabies virus? Make sure pets have current rabies shots. Okay, if you have pets at your home, you must make sure that they have rabies shot. Okay, keep pets on fenced yard or in leash outside the home. So in this picture you can clearly appreciate a little bit of pathogenesis, or you can say the transmission of the rabies virus. So rabid animal bites or scratches child, virus will infect the central nervous system, then brain becomes inflamed and virus travels into the nerves, multiply in other organs. So this is basically the overview of all the lecture that we have done. Okay, now thank you, and please go through the whole lecture. If you have any query, don't hesitate to call me. Allah Hafiz.